Complex injury pain. In the previous video we investigated simple injury pain. Now it's time to look at its nasty sibling, complex injury pain. You are walking in town with some friends, combining some fairly juicy gossip with a road crossing. Just as you go to cross the road, you misjudge the curb and feel a hot stab of pain as your ankle rolls. Not fancying an additional flattening by car, you ride the adrenaline to get yourself across the road. By the time you find somewhere to sit, the ankle is already starting to blow up. 48 hours of ice and painkillers later, your osteopath diagnoses you with a grade 3 ankle sprain. The recovery is very slow. It's 2 weeks before you are off crutches and 8 weeks before you are able to get back in the gym. A year later, you still feel frequent pain in the ankle when you overdo it, and the ankle remains slightly puffy. At a certain point, you recall that it's the same ankle you sprained badly playing netball 25 years ago. Complex injuries can happen as a result of relatively minor incidents, like misjudging a curb, which is a clue to their complex nature. Millions of people misjudge curbs every single day and only a small percentage sprain their ankles. The ankles that sprain are generally the weak ones. A complex injury is an injury where the body part was already severely weakened or damaged. Complex injury pain and complex biomechanical pain are almost the same topics. The body gets weakened over time, and eventually gives up the ghost when something minor happens. In the same way that a heart attack sit quietly waiting to happen, weakness and wear and tear can sit quietly in the body. Until you do a new gym workout, lift something heavy, or suffer a minor trip or fall. Then suddenly you know all about it. After 20 years of looking very closely at people's injuries, I have ended up with an unusual way of looking at most of them. I believe that for every simple injury we suffer, there are several hundred others where the tissue was already weakened or damaged. I believe that we have a strong tendency to fall simply because we are weak and unsteady. And I believe that to tend to tear simple because the tissue was already damaged. I don't necessarily expect you to believe it right off the bat. It certainly wasn't a belief that I came to quickly or easily. You can assess the likelihood of an injury being simple or complex with certain questions. Think back on a time you can remember injuring yourself. Looking back at the injury event, ask yourself the following questions. Based on what happened after that event, do you think that a strong and healthy ankle/back/shoulder would have ended up as injured as yours was? Or do you sense that you were a bit more injured than you might expect? Based on what happened, do you think that pretty much everyone you know would have fallen/slipped/dropped the way you did in that situation? Or would many of them avert disaster? If you were hit off your bike by a dump truck, the answer will be yes to these questions. But if you were picking up some shopping or you just missed a curb, maybe the answer is no to one, or both. If you sense that the injury was a bit bigger than the event, it's possible that what you experienced was a complex injury pain, as opposed to simple injury pain. It is worth looking at your own injuries, and the injuries your loved ones suffer in this way. I cannot express in words how important it has been for many of my patients to make these distinctions. I have met countless people who have suffered from decades of severe pain and disability, primarily because they simply didn't realize that their injuries were all being caused by preventable weakness. Now you know a whole lot more about the origins of the pain you may be feeling. If you feel you need to have that pain looked at, give us a call now on 04385 6446 to make an appointment now.